This is the
Yes.
sense of connection, the sense of connection to something greater than oneself.
Mm. Absolutely
But
necessary.
yeah, absolutely. Whether it's your higher power, some people call it the universe, whether you call it God, it's that deeper sense of purpose. It involves aspects of faith, gives you meaning, gives you inner peace, and it can be nurtured through meditation, through prayer, contemplation, or engagement with nature, walking barefoot in the grass, walking through the woods. We have my husband and I walk through what's called Hickory Hill Park here in Iowa City, and it's just lots of trails through trees, and also you can do it. You can connect with your spiritual energy through anything creative, your creative arts. So that connects that spiritual harmony with something outside of us, that greater, bringing it down into inner harmony. And that spiritual connection, that spiritual energy helps with resilience.
Mhm.
People are like, really? I'm like, yes, it does, because it gives you an opportunity to step outside of yourself and not just be step outside of your ego, but just step outside of yourself and see something from a different perspective, from a higher perspective, from a higher vibrational perspective. And so what that does is it broadens our experience and it helps with our challenges, because then we're not kind of stuck, as we said before, in that mental energy of uh, a negative pathway. That spiritual energy can help us open up into something greater than ourselves. And I'm going to give you an example
Sounds so
of
good. Yeah.
this. When I was inventory control specialist at JCPenney for many, many years. And I just gone through just a real tough depression. And I was still doing my job. I was still living my life, but I just wasn't happy. I didn't feel connected to anything. And I was always one of the first ones in the store, because I was stocking merchandise before the store opened. And I just asked, I had a prayer. I'm like, I need help. I need to feel connected. I don't like feeling this disconnect between myself and everybody and everything else. And this was long before I became a Reiki master and before I did any healing work. And just one day, and literally, don't laugh because I was stocking men's underwear.
Get mine.
And I don't know why it happened there, but I felt the heavens open up. I literally heard angels sing, and the spiritual energy literally drove me to my knees. It
Mm.
was so all-encompassing. And then I could feel that connection to everything. It's like every molecule of my body and being was connected to every molecule of everything else. And I just started bawling. I just started crying. And I was like, oh my gosh, I needed that. And it was interesting to me that the depression, I called myself a functional depressed person because I was functioning. I just was depressed. All of that lifted away with that spiritual energy. And my bosses and all my other employees were like, "What's different? You're different."
Mhm. Yeah.
Literally in seconds. I don't know how long it lasted because I was the only one on the sales floor at that time. So I didn't have a concept of time. And I remember standing up and going, wow, that was amazing. And for the longest time, I felt connected to everything and everyone.
Ah, beautiful. Oh, thank you for sharing that. I know there really is nothing like those spiritual moments. One day
Hmm.
I'll share my angelic and God moment on a hilltop in Italy
Oh, I
that
can't
was
wait to hear
really
it.
guided me to what I'm doing now. But they don't always have to be those huge big ones.
Mhm.
You know, even when you were talking about this one right here, I just had a whole, call them God bumps. It just
Mhm.
shivered me up from head to toe. And you know that that's just the, you know, the Holy Spirit, the spiritual energy that is flowing through you. And it can just gives me the happy shivers because you just know that energy is so divine and so connected and so a part of what we are allowed to be in the presence of every day. This is
Yep.
it's such a gift to be able to acknowledge and call in and be supported by that divine spiritual energy all the time.
Mm. It is amazing.